Hi everybody, this is my second video that I'll be posting, and I specifically have this inspirational picture up. Whatever you ask for in prayer, if you believe, you will receive. And it's so interesting because, you know, growing up, I think I mentioned in my first video, but my adopted family, we stopped going to church when I was like in the third grade, and I believe that God finds all his children, as is mentioned in the Bible, and I believe he found me through my writing, because I ended up writing a lot of poetry about God and love and prayers and blessings, and I wasn't going to church. And some Christian magazines found my poems online and started publishing or asking to publish them in their Christian magazines. And I never openly said I was Christian. So anyhow, over the time that I wrote the books and they were published, I started to study the Bible with people and on my own. And I know there's so many people that have been studying the Bible ever since they were a little kid, and so there's a lot of the way I've been living my life because of the way that I just was raised, and just But anyhow, the more that I've been getting into the Bible and learning, and one of the most powerful quotes for me is, ask and you shall receive. Well, when I first heard about the whole laws of attraction and power of the mind and all that stuff, I actually thought the laws of attraction had to do with like this Scientology. I didn't know it had anything to do with the Bible, and I don't know if that's how other people think as well, but it makes sense. It was a practical thing, like laws of attraction. We receive what we are, or we are a reflection of who our surroundings are a reflection of who we are inside, something like that. But when I listened to a video about the whole, kind of giving in detail what the laws of attraction are, and how they talked about how basically it's like placing an order to the universe or God, which I didn't realize that universe was also interchangeable with the word God. That's when things started to make sense to me, because like they were using the metaphor of like, well, if you order some food from a restaurant, you're not like sitting there waiting. Once the waiter takes your order, you're not sitting there waiting with your friends going, I wonder if they're going to get my order right. Like, are they going to know how to make a salad? Are they going to put the actual ranch on the side like I asked them, and stuff like that. And like, you just sit there after you order it, it's going to happen. You just sit and enjoy your time. And so what that philosophy of laws of attraction, all that stuff, and I'm sure many of you already know this stuff, but it's become new to me, so I'm guessing that there's still some people out there that it would be new to. And not only that, even if it's not new, it still helps reinforce that idea in our minds. So anyhow, but once the biggest key point for me was the idea of, if you believe you will receive it, then it'll happen. Because there's a difference between ordering something and then believing it or not. And I believe the whole believe idea has to do with, what God wants us to do, which God is love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love always trusts. Well, what is trust? Believing. And when we trust someone, we're loving them. When we don't trust them, we're not loving them. So that's why God wants us to trust him and have faith in him, in his word. And so I think that's the hardest thing that one of the hardest things I've been working on, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to manifest. There's a lot of things I want to manifest. But growing up, I was, like I said in my first video, I was an abandoned baby. I am estranged from my adopted family. Knowing that a woman can, that a woman can abandon a baby and not look back, whether my actual adopted or biological mom actually was the one who physically abandoned me, or maybe she, who knows what happened, because I wasn't there. So just knowing someone didn't want to raise me has been tough. They say that the way that a baby learns how to, or the way that people learn how to trust the world, is as a baby, that they say that the most crucial time period is between 0 and 2 years, because that's when they're the most vulnerable. That's when they're learning how to trust the world. And if someone's not there consistently, or when someone's there consistently, like a mother figure, that teaches a baby that someone will be there to help them in their most vulnerable state. And because I was in a foster care, as far as I know, where there was probably a bunch of babies crying, maybe 1 or 2 nurses trying to get to everyone, and I probably was just so used to crying and not having anyone be there, that I'm used to going long periods of time being upset, or having to deal with issues on my own and not asking for help from anyone, because obviously at my most vulnerable state, nobody was there to help me. So anyhow, it's something that I've been working on, because that also ties into the fact with the believing and receiving, because there's a part of me that still feels like I don't have enough to offer other people, because I don't have family members to like celebrate holidays with. I don't, I have friends, but I'm very, very, when it comes to who I bring into my personal world, I prefer like one-on-one situations. It's just become because of lots of different things. So I've become lately much more of a homebody, solitary, not in a bad way, because I talk to plenty of people. But anyhow, at this point, because this was a pretty personal video, I think that I will end on this note. And part of the reason why I'm being so open about my personal life is because I know that being open helps heal other people, because other people might be going through something similar and feeling like they want to be able to just open up to the world and believe and receive all of God's gifts. So anyways, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe, and I will be back for more. God bless you all, and take care.